Lift has been a conversation of our region and schools for decades. And so this isn't a new dream.
This concept, a place for kids to come and learn about their passions, their interests beyond the classroom. And I want to say that probably began 30 or plus years ago.
And the building was pretty well closed. And so it was huge and vacant. He thought, you guys have been talking about doing this CTE thing, maybe you could rent some space. He and I spent the rest of that day just dreaming, like, what if we had the whole thing? Like, what could we do?
This is a building that is almost 100 years old. It's been remodeled significantly 3 or 4 times. It is very, very eye-popping now. It's a very great asset for the community and for the other districts to get to send kids here.
A whole lot of people have their fingerprints on Lift and what's happened. So the impact that that's had on our district and our community is the dreams of so many people, and a vision with education and schooling and how to expand opportunities for kids all has come together for this place. So this was a collective effort and of hundreds of people that made the dream come to life.
To look at education differently, to see their future, and to maybe connect a student with a future employer as a junior or a senior in high school. I think we all would have loved that opportunity.
Help students see themselves as being in charge of their learning. So here at Lift, that's the culture from the very beginning. What we're starting to see are students who have voice and have incredible ideas, which make us all better.
The program that is in place, it was created parallel to the design, kind of future-focused idea for leadership development, and we need a space. And we're like, well, what is that program? They said, we don't know. They said, we're going to be designing that as we design the space so we can understand our curriculum. So that's a very interesting dynamic. I think it also made it very successful.
When I first saw the building, it's like, wow, 6 stories with a basement right in downtown Mattoon, very prominent, well-maintained building. You just don't find buildings that are vacant in this kind of condition. So I was excited about the possibility.
For us as architects, it was really exciting was all of these programs in one building.
One of the big concepts was to start to cut some vertical openings through the building to connect the floor vertically so that there was more of an interconnection between the various departments on different floors and really create this sort of community and central hub.
It completely redesigned that building. So that created this dynamic between the different programs of working together and being in a space as a family as opposed to layers of program.
You don't necessarily find classrooms here. You don't necessarily find students seated at desks in rows. We learn by doing because we want to champion that style of learning and we want kids to learn that way.
I am hoping that the model that we have here at Lift is a model that starts to spread more among education. It's student-driven progress that's preparing us for our future.
I do the best work when I actually enjoy what I'm doing, and I really enjoy what I'm doing. I get to choose what I want to do as well, and there's so many different things to do that there's something for everyone.
To look at education differently and to do so for the purpose of providing them those lifelong skills to capture the lifestyle that they may want.
It has multi-county impact. There are kids that walk out with a high school diploma and a job, so that's pretty cool.
There is so much pride in these students for being a part of this program.
But I think it completely changes the game of how public education can work.
I think it's something that other districts around the state are going to see what they've done and how successful it's been, and are going to want to repeat that.
If high school doesn't change, we're going to get left behind. We should be responsible for creating equitable opportunities so all kids who all have greatness to share have the potential to have that greatness unleashed. We've said from the very beginning, whenever we started looking at innovations, if some kids can have this, shouldn't all?